Well, all right. Hello, cash flow winners. How you guys doing? Yes. We are talking about cash flow tonight, specifically real estate cash flow, right? Why not? Why not? There's so many people making money off of real estate, and you can too. All right. I want you to make money off real estate as well. All right. So who am I? I am the Jackie Jackson, real estate expert, coach, and mentor to women. And I love talking about real estate. Oh, hey, Todd, look at all these people joining in. All right, so let's give a quick shout out to all of the family that's joining in right now. You guys are amazing. All right, so here we go. We got Davon Brown. We got Todd Hutchinson. I love Todd. Todd is awesome. iBuyHomes.com. Love Todd. All right. Big shout out to Todd. Eric Walker, Rakesh, Gary's on the line, Gary McDonald's on the line. So really excited that everyone's on the line. So tonight we're talking about, are you ready? Our favorite topic? No, not really. It's not no one's favorite topic to talk about taxes, but it is a topic that we should talk about, right? Because there's actual benefits in taxes and actually talking about them, right? So we're talking about real estate taxes, right? So the topic of tonight and the quiz of today, hello, good to see you doing well, thriftyroofing.com. All right, Todd. All right, I mean, I already gave you a shout out once. But anyway, so what's that? Thriftyroofing.com. All right, cool. I don't know who they are, but that's pretty dope. So I'm pretty sure they're a member of our local RIA at CFRI, Central Florida Real Estate Investors Association, right? So that's where a lot of the Central Florida real estate investors hang out, where we get our resources and our information and our updates about what's happening in our neighborhood. So we have a lot of real estate professionals that go there, as well as are members of there, right? So whether there are contractors and they are agents or insurance agents, or they're wholesalers, or they're renovators, or they're flooring guys, or they're roofing guys, there's a whole bunch of people. So if you haven't joined your local RIA in your neighborhood, you should, right? I highly recommend it, right? Because that's where a lot of your resources are. Your title companies are there, everybody's there. Your lenders are there, everybody's there. So now that we got that out the way, thanks, Todd. We're talking about taxes, right? We're talking about real estate taxes, right? So I want to educate you guys, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of really advanced and knowledgeable agents, or not agents, but real estate investors on the line. So you guys can't answer, all right? So I'm posing the question. You guys can't answer. Hey, Rob Arnold, how you doing? Good. Property tax bills are coming out soon. They sure are. They really are, right? So the reason why I am doing this live to talk about property taxes, because I wanted to explain it in a nutshell to a lot of people, like where to go, where to find it, and what does it mean to you, right? How can you use this information to help you make decisions, buying decisions for properties? Because knowing and understanding where to look for property taxes is a great way for you to use as a negotiating tool when you're making your offers, especially if the taxes have not been paid on that property, right? So in the state of Florida, I don't know where you're tuning in from, but in the state of Florida, they kind of make it really organized and very easy. So in the state of Florida, all 67 counties, right? They have 3 different websites, which is pretty cool. So you have your tax assessor's website or tax collector's website. Then you also have your county clerk of courts website. That's where you find your public records, which is pretty amazing. I love that site as well too. And then you have your property appraiser's website, which is where you go to find detailed information about properties, right? Who bought it, the owners, their mailing addresses, sales in the neighborhood, like square footage. You go, that's where all of that information is on the property appraiser's website. But on the tax collector's website, that's where you go to research the taxes for the property. And you can actually, on the property appraisers, they have the sales analysis, as well as they also usually have a tab where you can look up the property's taxes there as well too. So you can find it in both places. taxes. But as far as like delinquency, if you want to know if the taxes for that property have been paid, you know, you go over to the tax collectors and then you can find it there. So the big answer to our question, what kind of taxes affect real estate? It is called ad valorem taxes. That's what it's called. It's like this really kooky name, right? So pretty sure it's Greek or something. Somebody got to look that up. Somebody got to fact check me on that one. So ad valorem taxes. So what goes into your ad valorem taxes, right? And property taxes are based off of the assessed value, right? So the assessed value is summed up by the county, all right? So the county, the property appraiser tells the tax collector how much to apply the ad valorem taxes, which with the millage, and that's going to total out the taxes and stuff. So if you go, let me see if I can share my screen. All right, we got a few more people on the line here. Let me see if I can share my screen. Will Facebook allow me to share my screen? Facebook allow me to share my screen. Hocus pocus. I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to go to like any county, Florida, USA, right? So, but I don't see here the link to do it. Anyway, so the millage is divided by the millage is like a percentage, if you will. All right. So it's a percentage of distribution from different entities within that county, right? So when I live in Orange County, Florida, right? So when I look at my tax statement for my property, it'll have a breakdown of how the money is like distributed, right? So it'll say assessed value times like a certain percentage equals a certain number, right? And then that total number is like added up, and all the way at the bottom, the sum of my real estate taxes for the year is presented to me. I get a bill, right? So all those different entities, who are they, right? So you have like the school, the county schools, you have the fire department, you have sometimes the police department, I think the county, the police department. Also, you may even have like utilities, or you may even have like street lights, right? You guys think about it. You're like, well, who pays for the street lights? Like how does these roads like, you know, stay paved and beautiful and pristine, and you drive down the road, you don't even think about it too much at all, actually. You know, you just kind of take it for granted that all of these services and everything are open and available to us. So that's how important real estate taxes are, because they contribute to schools, they contribute to your county fire department, they contribute to the lights staying on at the corner, you know, so somebody doesn't like bump you over the head when you're trying to get home and there's no street lights on your street, right? So it takes care of a whole lot of things. So when someone does not pay their real estate taxes, it really does hurt the county, all right? It really does hurt the county. It hurts everybody that's involved that gets a piece of that distribution of your real estate taxes. So as an investor, like what this really means to you. Okay. So what it really means to you is that you have an opportunity to actually look up real estate delinquent taxes. You can actually do that. You can pull a list from your public records and you can contact those homeowners, because it's actually not normal, right, to pay your taxes, right? Most people, you know, do that kind of like clockwork. So whenever you find that a tax bill for a property is not paid, right, that means that something is really, really wrong. Something has gone wrong. There's some kind of like financial distress, maybe the owner passed away. There's some kind of situation that needs like further investigation, because most people pay their property taxes annually like clockwork, right? Because if you don't, then eventually, you know, you're going to have a lien on your property. Bad things happen. So most people pay it. So when the property taxes is not paid, and all of like the grace period time has already passed by, and the county's getting ready to sell that that year for that tax, like in the tax lien certificate, you know that something's really, really wrong, right? So if you are a real estate investor, you're new to real estate investing, and you want to develop a list that is actually pretty high motivation information, I would encourage you to take a look at your county's delinquent taxes. That's pretty good list. It's a pretty good list to actually to market to. All right. So whether you are marketing to them where they have like a tax certificate that's already issued, or you are marketing to them because they're getting ready to go to a tax deed auction, that's when the county is getting ready to auction the real property, the actual house or whatever that property is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a house, whatever that real property is, right? So the property type is kind of irrelevant to the county. They just want the taxes paid, to be honest with you. So it could be agricultural land, it could be residential lot, a vacant residential lot, it could be a single family home, it could be a condo, it could be a gas station. I mean, it really could be anything, to be honest with you. It could be like a shopping plaza. You can find all kinds of goodies on the tax deed auction list. All right. So in the state of Florida, there's tax deed auctions like almost every day. Like there's so many counties that the auctions, they always have inventory. They don't have enough investors to take advantage of every single auction, right? So properties go up to auction and actually nobody buys it. So the county keeps it, or it defaults back to the person that had the certificate. So there's all kinds of ways for you to take advantage of that too. So that's pretty much really it, the lesson for today, right? So you got to focus on what is the ad valorem taxes for that property, make note of it. Also determine if the taxes for the property that you're looking at, especially you new wholesalers out there, one of the things that you guys always do is not enough due diligence. That's like a bad word, right? Not enough due diligence. You guys don't do enough due diligence, right? So what do I mean by that? You don't do your homework, you don't do your research, right? So this is what new investors kind of do, right? So they overvalue the property and they underestimate the repairs for that property. And then they don't look up in public records to see like what kind of liens and stuff is on the property. And then they're like, surprise, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this existed. I didn't know that this lien was here. And then it messes up your whole deal, right? You got to go back and renegotiate, or, you know, you're like scrambling to keep your deal alive when you could actually avoid all of those issues by doing all of your homework and your research up front. And it's really not that complicated. You just have to sit down and actually just do it. And then, you know, a lot of people, that's their issue, sitting down and actually doing. It's not the work itself. It's not the task. The task itself is easy. You can teach your kid how to do it. I taught mine how to look up public records and how to research and cross-reference properties, owners, and addresses and all that stuff. So anybody, if my children can do it, your children can do it if you have it. And then more importantly, you can do it too. So I make sure that you do it. And if you don't know your county, all you have to do is just Google your county, right? So just put it in just regular old search and pull up, you know, any browser, whether it's Safari or, Google Chrome, whatever you're using, and just pull up Google and just put your county and tax collector or your county and property appraiser. And then you can cross-reference between the two. It's pretty easy. And most times on your county's property appraiser's website, when you're looking at the property details, they usually have a link to that same county's tax collector site as well too. So if you go to one, more than likely you can go to the other, right? They kind of cross-reference each other because they're like intertwined with the information. So looking up the ad valorem taxes, also looking up the millage, that's good information. It doesn't really necessarily affect your deal to look at the percentage of millage, but it's a good to know information where the county is sending that information, where the county is collecting for, basically. Like the county is collecting for who? Where does this taxes go? All right. So then you'll know what's happening in your county. That's pretty important. Then you also want to determine if the taxes are actually paid. And while you're doing that, you can also cross-reference to see if there are any additional liens on the property, like code enforcement liens or mechanics liens, like they signed up for like a water filtration system or some kind of roofing service or any type of like, contractual service. And, that relationship didn't work out. So the contractor was like, hey, you owe me money, so I'm going to put a lien in your house or something like that. It happens all the time. Or maybe there's a lien on a property that should not even be a lien, like it was already satisfied, the bill was paid in full, but there was never a lien release filed. And to the owner's surprise, it's like, surprise, you know, did you know you had this lien on your house from like when you like did the roof 5 years ago? They were like, no, I didn't know that. So, you know, those kind of things you really need to know in advance. Now, if you have a really great title company, they will be able to identify that. But I've worked with title companies in the past where liens have missed them. Like I did my due diligence and I did like my preliminary title search, and by all means, right, I'm not a certified, you know, title person or whatever, so I can't like issue myself title insurance, but I can look through public records and see some stuff, right? So I was able to identify a lien that they missed. It was like, what? They missed that in their search. And I was like, hey, did you know that there's this outstanding thing here? And, you know, just correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't, you know, maybe it's not applicable, but can you just take a look at it again? And they were like, sure enough, Jackie, you are right. There's this lien out here that we missed. It happens, right? So you have to know how to do your own homework. And it's important for you to do that, even if you decide that you're going to pass on that responsibility to someone else. You should still know what you're looking at, and even when you're reading the reports, you need to know what you're looking at. So in my upcoming web class online here, I will be teaching you exactly how to do that. Like, what are you looking for? You know, we have some really seasoned wholesalers on the line right here. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can shout out some folks here. Screen looks a little bit frozen. Let's see. Hey, Jackie. Felicia says, hey, Jackie. All right. I thought I had some comments on here. But for example, Todd Hutchinson, Rob Arnold, these guys are seasoned. When I say seasoned, I'm talking about seasoned, okay? These are great, great guys. And they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you know, to be successful in real estate, it takes patience, not only patience, but like with the buyers and the sellers, but it also takes patience with yourself. There's a lot of like new individuals that come into the market, and that's great because there's plenty opportunity for everybody. So don't let anybody tell you, you know, that the market is bad and there's no inventory and stuff like that. Like if you can't do deals in your own backyard, fine. All right, maybe this is not the right time for your market, but go next door, like seriously. So there's always opportunity available to you. So don't let anyone discourage you from your desires to understand how to flip houses, how to take advantage of building cash flow income streams with real estate. All right, there's opportunity everywhere. All right, so I just want to make that very, very clear. But in your zeal, right? Good word. In your zeal to become a real estate investor, you still have to take the time to learn the skills so that you can be the most successful. And that goes with any business, right? You're going to have to take the time to learn some skills. And that's what I find with new investors is that they want to make money. And great, I want you to make money, right? I want to make money. Why not? But in order for you to make money and be able to sustain that income and not just have like a one-off deal or have some kind of like a fluke, you know, something happened and it kind of, you know, fell in your lap or something like that. And you really want to make it like long-term, a future and like a viable business for yourself, you are going to have to learn some skills. And there are some nuances and intricacies in every single strategy. And there's not any one size fits all strategy. You can actually choose to be like an expert in one strategy and be like, all right, this is the one that fits my business model, my lifestyle. It fits my end state goal, my vision for myself, for my family. And then you'd be like, all right, well, that's the strategy that I want to do. Doesn't make it wrong or right. It's just a personal choice. So say, for example, you want to be a full-time wholesaler. There are some full-time wholesalers that are killing the game. They don't do anything else but wholesale. But what they have done is they took the time to perfect their skills. That's exactly what they did in order for them to be a full-time wholesaler. They really did take the time to perfect their skills. So it's skills plus plus systems and tools and network, right? You got to also be involved with other individuals that are doing the same thing that you're doing, and you have to really be able to build those relationships so that you can have a viable and sustainable business. So that's the best advice that I can give you. Fair enough. So in the 6-week web class that I'll be giving, we'll be talking about wholesaling and what that strategy is, how to do it, how to like actually perfect it, what kind of systems you need in order to be successful, because wholesaling will, you know, to be honest with you, I think that wholesaling will wear you out. It'll wear you out. It's like the easiest strategy that new investors like start with, and then they just like fizzle. They like all this energy. Da, 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 I'm a wholesale. I'm a wholesale. And they're like, I'm a wholesale. I'm a wholesale. I'm a wholesale. I'm a wholesale. And then they fizzle out because they don't realize how much marketing is required, you know, the consistency, how to build a list, how to keep it going, how to keep your pipeline going, you know. Todd, you could probably testify to that too. It takes a lot, right? Whether you're marketing online and you're getting your leads that way through, whether it's through like innovative channels such as like you're doing social media marketing and you're using like chatbots or Facebook ads to try to, you know, get these like custom audiences that have the high probability of needing to sell their property, or, you know, you're doing search engine optimization and you got your website going and your Invest-A-Carrot website going and you're trying to do all of these different things, or maybe you're building your own squeeze pages, right? And you're trying to customize those and get people to, you know, be attracted to it, or whether you're doing like organic marketing instead and you just out there putting, you know, sticky notes on people's car window, whatever it is that you're doing, it takes work, it takes effort to do it. And that's what people don't understand about wholesaling, because a lot of other like gurus, you know, if you will, they make it seem like it's just so easy. And I don't want you to think that it's complicated, because it really isn't a very complicated process by any means. However, just because it's not a complicated process doesn't mean that there aren't steps and sub-steps in there that you will have to master and perfect. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you in the web class, so that you can be the most successful rockstar wholesaler that you would want to be. So whether you want to do it in your backyard or you want to do it a virtual wholesaling where it's like across town or across the country someplace, and you never, ever, ever like step foot in that property physically and go see it for yourself, you know, there is a process that you can be able to do that too. So, yep, I have flip houses that I've never seen. How cool is that, right? I think that's pretty dope. And I want to be able to teach you how to do that as well too. So if you haven't already, go and check out the sign up for that class. So it's cashflowyourlife.com/rockstar secrets, right? So the reason why I call it Rockstar Secrets is because I want you to be a rock star, right? I want you to have influence over what you're doing. I want you to be the most successful person you could possibly be. And the only way for you to do that is to educate yourself. So I cannot like express that anymore. Like, you really, really have to educate yourself. And the only way to educate yourself is to actually just slow down. It's to slow down and do it, right? Educate yourself is to slow down, be humble, and just take your time to understand and learn that process, right? You can read ebooks, you can watch the YouTube videos, you can even join all the real estate investor Facebook groups and everything like that. But if you don't slow down to actually like ingest and digest all of that information, it doesn't do you any good anyway, right? And then the next part of that process is to actually have somebody that is successfully doing so and then showing you step by step. So basically, you know, detangling all the stuff that you thought you knew. That's true. I can't tell you how many people they come and they ask questions, and I'll be like, where did you hear that from? Like, no, we don't do that. Who does that? And if you do that, you're going to jail. You need somebody that's going to tell you that, but for real, all right? So you need someone who's going to really be honest with you, like, don't do that. Don't say that. You do not have a house to sell. Don't do it. You need someone to tell you that, right? So anyway, so that's the video for tonight. We're talking about real estate taxes, talking about a whole bunch of things. Real estate tax list and tax delinquent list is a great way for you to develop a leads list, a source of leads. And it could be in your neighborhood. It could be in somebody else's neighborhood, right? It could be in your zip code only. If you just like to, feel, touch, smell properties, you want to drive by it and check it out, knock on the door, introduce yourself to the owner, whoever is the occupant at that time, and give them your business card or something like that. That's pretty dope too. I do that all the time. I know one of the cool things that Todd does, I learned this from Todd. I love that. Todd, I'm gonna shout you out again. So Todd's like, when he takes his morning walks, I don't know if he still does it, but when he takes his morning walks, right? So get your exercise in, stay healthy as an investor so that you could stay alive and, spend your own money. But when he takes his morning walks, he actually, puts sticky notes on doors. So I think that's pretty dope. I think that's a really great way. And his sticky notes are usually like just really simple message, something like that. It's not really elaborate. First of all, it's a sticky, so you can't like write a book on it anyway, but it's just a pre-printed sticky. And Todd, I don't know if you're still doing it, but if you are, that's a great way to continue marketing and stuff like that. So anyway, so please go to the website, Cash Flow Your Life. This is your opportunity. If you ever wanted to learn, jump in, have somebody just really be very transparent and pull back the curtain so that you can really get a clear understanding of all the different steps and the intricacies that goes into successfully closing a deal and being very successful at wholesaling strategy, which is just one of many different ways to invest in real estate and make money from real estate. Then join the class, all right? You have nothing to lose. I mean, $97, like for real, like the rest of us in here paid thousands of dollars. I mean, really, for real, to educate ourselves, because we took it, very, very seriously, almost like it's like a PhD, right? So you want a PhD in real estate investing from someone who is really serious and determined to have a successful business, as well as someone who's an advocate for you to have a successful business as well too. Just come on in and join. The class is not very long. It's 6 weeks long. I hold you by the hand, step by step, and have a live video training with Q&A session. So you'll be able to ask your questions, and I can share with you and give you examples of what right looks like. Fair enough? Because you got to know what right looks like, or else when you're looking at wrong, you won't know the difference. So you have to know what right looks like. So it's a 6-week class. Cashflowyourlife.com. It starts October 30th. The sign up, the early bird special is only $97. I mean, it really should be 10 times more than that. Easily valued at 10 times more than that. The stuff I got planned for you guys to show you and share with you. So I encourage you, if you ever wanted to jump in, understand real estate investing, at least, get a clear understanding, get your bearings, get your feet wet with that strategy, which is wholesaling. It's the stepping stone to other strategies as well, because other strategies also involve wholesaling as well. And just like the mechanics of wholesaling and like the math of it, even if you want to do like other strategies, sometimes just having the basic understanding and mastering wholesaling will be the foundation that you need to support you in your understanding for doing different strategies in real estate transactions as well. All right, so let me see if I can get to some other comments here. Did anybody say something? Oh, okay, Beryl said, that's true. You paid $1,000. Beryl, I paid more than $1,000 for my personal education. So I paid quite a lot. I've had many coaches in the past. I've had coaches that in real estate, multiple coaches actually. So I was, when I want to learn something, I'm actually like very niche specific. So I go to the best of the best person in that niche. And I says, hey, can I be your friend? Can I learn from you? I don't mind paying for your time for you to teach me a new skill that's going to pay me for the rest of my life, right? So that's pretty much how I look at my real estate investing business. It's a skill that's going to pay me for the rest of my life. And that's something that you should also understand as well too. You have to continuously be a student of life in general, as well as add new skills to your life that's going to be profitable for you, that you can, no one can ever take away your understanding and your wisdom. No one can rob that from you. But if you don't invest in yourself, then you just don't have it, right? You feel like other people are taking advantage of you. You're missing out an opportunity. Everybody else is winning around you, and you sitting around looking at the sidelines like, "How? What about me? What about me?" Well, you have to take a stand for yourself. It's your life, right? So if you want to win, then you're going to have to invest in yourself so that you can win. All right. So winners, whether you're Olympic champion or you're NBA champion, you look at all those athletes, what do? They all have coaches, right? They all have people that are training them. Even though they're like star athletes, they still have someone that is guiding them. So if you want to win, you need somebody that's going to guide you to that winning line, right? To that finish line, so that you can actually be a winner and sustain and like have your championship belt, and you're like, yay, kind of like Rocky, and you're running and all that cool stuff. Anyway, so cashflowyourlife.com/rockstar secrets. I'll be putting the link in this post, in this live, and please reach out to me. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And let me know what you think. I'd love to answer your questions. If you had any questions about the course, what's included in it, as well as like what I'll be teaching. Like I said, it's going to be wholesaling strategy. So I'll be showing everyone like what that looks like, what right looks like within that strategy, as well as all the different types of ways that you can actually do your marketing, whether it's digital and you're interested in automating your business, so you don't really have to be so like hands-on with it, right? Because there's a difference between working in your business and working on your business. And that goes across the board for like all industries, right? So it doesn't matter what industry you work in, there's a difference between working in your business as well as working on your business. Fair enough? So you can be strategizing and only doing the most profitable tasks that pay you in high volumes, or you're sitting around, you know, like creating lists and spreadsheets and not making any money. I mean, it's up to you. So that's pretty much the difference between working in your business and working on your business. All right. So I can teach you how to understand the difference and make sure that you're only doing the most profitable activities in your business, which is talking to people and making offers and negotiating, right? Making friends, building relationships and making friends. That's how you make money. So for those of you who don't like to make friends, you're going to have to make friends if you want to make some money. All right, cool. So thank you guys for watching. Woohoo! Cash flow your life. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye.